Would you believe me that nearly 70% of Americans don't have a will? That's 2 out of every 3 adults walking around right now with no legal plan for what happens to their assets when they're gone. And when there is no plan in place, chaos follows. Today, we're going to break down what really happens when you die without an estate plan. And trust me, it is not what most people think. So estate planning is one of those things we all know we should do, but let's be real, nobody likes to think about their death, right? And between work and kids and everyday life, it just gets pushed to the back burner. But here's the truth. If you don't decide what happens to your stuff, the state will. Whatever state you live in decides, and the plan, probably not the one you would pick. When you die without any plan in place, your estate basically goes into probate, a court-supervised process that decides how your belongings get divided. And here's the kicker. Probate follows your state's intestacy law. And these laws do not really care about your wishes or the promises you may have made to your loved ones. They follow a strict order of who gets what, how they get it, whether it makes sense to you and your loved ones or not. So what actually happens to your stuff? Let's break it down. Let's start with bank accounts. If you don't have a joint account holder or a named beneficiary, which can be a trust, that money gets frozen. It can stay tied up in probate for months, sometimes even years. Before your heirs see any dime from anything you leave behind, they're going to have to wait for that process to be done. Then investment accounts, it's pretty much the same deal. Unless there is a transfer and death beneficiary listed, or the account is owned by a trust, those assets become part of your probate estate. The same process as bank accounts, months or even years. What about life insurance policies? They usually pay directly to the named beneficiary on the policy. But if you didn't update your beneficiary designation or even name anyone at all, or if you named a minor, the payout goes to probate as well. And so they have to wait for that process. Retirement accounts like 401k and IRA, if you designated a beneficiary on those, great, they'll get the money directly, right? But if you don't, or if you name a minor, that account also have to go through probate, get taxed heavily, and divided by the court. And in real estate, unless your property is jointly owned with rights of survivorship, your house and other real estate assets will go through probate. And this can delay sales, complicate inheritances, and rack up a lot of legal fees. Business ownership. If you have a business without any clear plan or a succession agreement, your share in that business gets handled by the court. They can leave your business partners scrambling and basically your heirs fighting over what to do next. And you don't want that. And then finally, your personal belongings. Think things like jewelry, vehicles, family heirlooms, collectibles, and household items. They get appraised and divided up according to the court's ruling. And you probably guessed it, it really matches what you would have wanted. And while all of that is a logistical mess, it's an emotional one too. Imagine your loved ones already dealing with your loss, forced to navigate the court system, paperwork, disputes and delays, all of that. And probate isn't free, mind you, it costs a lot of money. The court fees, attorney's fees, appraiser's fees, they can all add up really fast. It can drain tens of thousands of dollars from your estate, money your family should have received, right? Most probate cases I have seen that I have taken on cost at least 2 times what it would cost you to plan ahead. Now the good news is this is totally avoidable. Create a simple estate plan, basically put yourself back in control. You can name beneficiaries, you can set up a will or a trust, you can assign someone you trust to manage things for you when you're incapacitated and when you pass away, and you can be sure that your wishes are going to be honored because it's in writing, so it's legally enforceable. And as your life changes, marriage, kids, a new home, new job, all of that, you have to make sure that you keep it up to date. It's not about, being morbid here. It's about really protecting the people you love. That's what estate planning comes down to. And so keeping it up to date is important because it's not a one and done process. So if you have been putting it off, this is your reminder to get it done. Have you ever dealt with probate in your family? I'm really curious to know. Or if you've seen a messy estate situation play out, drop in a comment, let me know. Share your story with me. I would love to learn more. And if you want to learn how to create a will or choose beneficiaries the right way, or avoid probate altogether, Check out my other videos or sign up for my upcoming estate planning class. I have one of those every week. Help you understand and make decisions to protect your loved ones because your family deserves it. Thank you so much for watching, and if you found this video helpful, share it with someone you love, a friend or a family member that you think would benefit from this video. See you in the next one.